Tennis for Kids started because Great Britain won the Davis Cup in 2015. So Andy Murray hit a spectacular backhand lob over Goffin's head and hit the winners, and we won the Davis Cup. So from that legacy, we've created Tennis for Kids. Now, Tennis for Kids is aimed at giving children who've not played tennis before a fantastic first opportunity to play. Sometimes we think that in some sports, maybe in tennis, the first experience might not be the best. Tennis for Kids, their experience is fantastic. The children get a free racket, and they now get a free t-shirt and a free tennis ball set as well. And they come and have coaching sessions for 6 weeks with a trained coach, and the sessions are great fun. The parents are involved in those sessions, and we try and get the whole family on court playing tennis with each other if they can. In 2016, which was the first year that the Tennis for Kids initiative ran, there were tens of thousands of children taking part. We're now, in 2018, up to date, we've now had 50,000 children take part in Tennis for Kids, which is a massive amount of new players into the game that are hopefully still playing in parks or in clubs, and hopefully still playing the game of tennis. So in every session in Tennis for Kids, there's always a warm-up game, so a really fun kind of raise the tempo. Then there's a body and ball game, so the children always do something with body and ball, so that might be hitting with hands, it could be throwing and catching. Then there's always racket and ball games as well, so they're getting the racket and ball in their hand. Then you've got the main theme of the lesson, which might be, whatever it is you're working on. It might be working on forehands, it might be on serves or volleys, whatever that main theme is. Then we always finish off with some fun games. It's great to finish on a high, get the children buzzing at the end of the session. Lots of coaches too get the parents on for the last few minutes too, so the parents are almost being educated in how to play tennis with their kids. Yeah, I mean, I love coaching all ages, Tennis for Kids especially, because they're new to the sport. The expectation when they walk on is so high, and they're so keen and so eager. I love those Tennis for Kids sessions because of that. The kids just want to learn, they want to have fun, and throughout this course, that's what they do. After every 6-week course that every club or every park runs, there's always a follow-on offer. So here we're running discounted coaching sessions. Some places might do discounted kids camps or another free 6 weeks or half price 6 weeks, but there's always another incentive to try and get the children playing more tennis after their 6 weeks have finished. So many venues do run tournaments for children, especially for the younger age, the mini reds and maybe the mini oranges. So Tennis for Kids is aimed at people aged 3 to 11 or 4 to 11, so they're able to play in lots of tournaments after they've had their first little taster as well. So having a qualified coach delivering Tennis for Kids is really important, because if the coach isn't qualified, then we don't really know the standard of the coaching that's being delivered or being received. Because all our coaches are qualified and trained specifically for Tennis for Kids, we know that every first experience of tennis that children receive in our Tennis for Kids program is high, and hopefully that means they're going to want to carry on playing for a lot longer time. I think this kind of initiative is key. In my opinion, raising the amount of players that are playing at a base level, so at the bottom level, is just going to filter on through to the top. If we've got 50,000 new players playing in the last 2.5–3 years, some of those players essentially are going to get better and better and better, and they're going to almost push that pyramid higher and higher and higher. So the best players, hopefully, in a few years' time, are going to be even better as a result of the Tennis for Kids program. Not only that, there'll be more players playing, more people on the courts, which makes parks and clubs kind of sustainable opportunities for everyone. So this year the offer changed slightly. The sessions are all now paid for by the parents. So the parents pay just £20, which equates to about £4 per session, and that £20 gives them a free racket, a free t-shirt and a free pack of tennis balls as well. So now the children have got all the equipment they need and more to get onto court and get playing with their parents or with their friends. They still get that 6 weeks of coaching as well. £20 for 6 weeks plus an equipment pack, that makes it incredibly good value, and definitely on a par with other sports. The future, who knows? It'd be brilliant if a future professional player came through Tennis for Kids. Let's give it 10 years, who knows, there might well be. I do know of a few good players that I've coached or that I'm aware of that have come through Tennis for Kids and are now kind of regional or national level players. So it definitely is helping to raise the profile of tennis and get more competitive players playing as well.